Ever feel like your creative spark is just fizzling out? Well, today we're doing a deep dive into a really fascinating tool from Google called TextFX. It promises to help you write with the kind of precision and flair of a world-class rapper. So let's jump right in and see what it's all about.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You ask an AI for a little inspiration, and what you get back sounds like it was written by the most boring corporate robot imaginable. It's bland, it's generic, and it has absolutely none of your personality in it. But does it really have to be that way?
For anyone who's creative, I'm talking lyricists, poets, even copywriters, this is just a nightmare. These tools have a bad habit of sanding down all the interesting edges. You know, the little quirks that actually make your voice unique? It feels less like a collaborator and more like an eraser that's just wiping away your style. But what if an AI was built for a completely different reason? Not for writing boring business emails, but for actually bending words, for crafting lyrics, and for sparking pure, raw creative expression. Well, that's exactly where this story is headed. So, say hello to TextFX. This is basically Google's answer to all that robotic AI out there. It's a whole suite of experimental tools designed not to write for you, but to play with language with you. And get this, the story of how it was made is pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is not just another tech project from some random engineers. This is an artistic one. Google actually teamed up with the legendary lyricist Lupe Fiasco to build this thing. That collaboration means that right from the start, TextFX has a deep understanding of the creative process and the real nitty-gritty nuances of wordplay.
So who's this really for? Well, the focus is incredibly specific. This is a toolkit for anyone who really gets their hands dirty with words. We're talking lyricists, poets, creative writers, songwriters, even copywriters. If you've ever been stuck just hunting for that perfect metaphor or a fresh rhyme, this was literally designed to solve your exact problems. And that brings us to the core idea, the whole philosophy that makes TextFX so different. It's not about what the AI can do on its own, but about how you and the AI can think together. It's a completely new kind of creative partnership. Okay, so look at this. The difference here is absolutely massive. On the left, you've got your typical AI, which is basically trying to replace your brain by just spitting out whole paragraphs for you. But on the right, you see the TextFX approach, and it's a total game changer. It's designed to think with you. It doesn't write for you. It offers you what it calls creative maneuvers to expand your vocabulary, to expand your toolkit, not take over your entire work. So what exactly are these creative maneuvers they're talking about? Let's actually pop the hood and take a look at the tools inside TextFX that are designed to help you bust through writer's block and just supercharge your wordplay. All right, first up is simile. Now, we all know what a simile is, but let's be honest, finding a fresh one can be really tough. This tool's whole job is to break you out of those tired cliché comparisons. You just give it a single concept, and it comes back with all these unexpected ways to describe it. Let's see it in action. Okay, so let's say we're trying to write a line about strength. You know, we could use the old cliches, strong as an ox, strong as steel, whatever, but we want something that really pops. So we just type strength into the simile tool. And this is what it can spit back. Strong as a coffee made of barbell plates. I mean, come on. It's vivid, it's kind of funny, it's completely original, and it gives you this image that just sticks in the listener's head. This is what we mean by a creative maneuver. It's a brilliant starting point for you to work with.
Next up, there's a tool called Explode. And this comes directly from the rapper's playbook. It takes a single word and just shatters it, breaking it down into a whole chain of phrases that sound similar. It is perfect for creating those really complex, multi-syllable rhyme schemes that make lyrics so rhythmically satisfying.
Feeling stuck on a topic? The POV tool is basically your secret weapon. You give it a subject, and it just reframes it from all these completely different and often really surprising points of view. It's an incredible way to find a whole new direction for your story when you feel like you've completely hit a wall. And here is where you really take the wheel. TextFX has this thing called a temperature slider. If you keep it low, you're going to get suggestions that are more grounded, more logical. But if you slide that thing all the way up, that's when things get wonderfully weird and creative. You are in complete control of the beautiful chaos. And you know what the best part is? Using it could not be simpler. You don't have to be some kind of prompt engineer to master this. You just head to the site, you pick a tool, they call them chips, you type your concept, and you play with the temperature. The whole thing is designed to be frictionless, just letting you stay in your creative flow. So, the big takeaway here, the whole point, really boils down to this one simple but really powerful metaphor. See, at its core,
TextFX is built on a deep respect for the actual craft of writing. A lot of AI tools out there, they just serve you a fully cooked but totally tasteless microwave meal. TextFX does something completely different. It's like it walks into your creative kitchen, lays out a bunch of fresh, unexpected ingredients on the counter, and just says, "All right, chef, what are we going to make today?" And ultimately, that's what this tool is. It's not an autopilot that's trying to take over the controls. It's a co-pilot, sitting right there beside you, offering suggestions, pointing out new routes, and helping you navigate through any creative turbulence. It enhances your skill. It doesn't replace it. So the only question left isn't really about the tool anymore. It's for you, with a tool that's designed to spark your own ideas instead of just spitting out text. What will you create? What kind of masterpiece will you and your new co-pilot build together?